you train slow. I think the misconception with this is a lot of people have used bodybuilding as kind of like the model of what an athlete should look like. And it's like, well, yeah, they're technically athletes, but they're sporters to perform on stage. When you look at the modern day athletes, so if you look at NFL, soccer, rugby, football, they've got a very athletic physique. And for some people, they do need to put on size. So for certain athletes, some footballers do need to put on size. It's not going to make them slow unless you train slow. There's certain ways you can actually train to actually make sure that you actually are stronger, faster, more agile, but also you can recover better, from your sporting performances. It's just a plethora of benefits of actually training to get strong, not so much training to get big.
Yeah, I think because if you think about it logically, strength equals power, therefore would equal speed as well. You get more power off the run, you get more power off whatever you need to do. But there's probably that misconception of people looking at, let's say we're looking at the bodybuilding world, people looking at if you look at like the classic physique, athletic build, you could still imagine that person being relatively quick, off the mark. Whereas some people will link strength training with the big boys, the big heavyweights, where you've got like Ronnie Coleman and stuff like that up there, and think, oh, well, if I'm that big, therefore I must be slower moving around. So, strength training has levels to it as well, of course. And being at that level is,
And there's different applications of strength training, but not strength training as just strength training itself. You've got to consider plyometrics, agility and change of direction, running technique. There's different elements that from a strength and conditioning aspect that we can actually modify to make sure that someone remains fast, if not becomes faster. Especially from my experience at Wisconsin and getting exposed to different modalities of actually getting athletes a lot stronger, it's quite interesting that their physique may not change. I guess the best examples of volleyball, these girls aren't supposed to be big and bulky, they're supposed to be limber and agile, and they'll prescribe weight training like power cleans, power pressing, some overhead pressing, and these movements were designed to get them stronger but have the application of getting them better on the court, and that's what is served.
And I mean that's basically what you do as well as a strength and conditioning coach, and you've been working with athletes as well. And I know for a fact that the first thing you usually try and work out from them is what they want to work on specifically, or what they want to get better on in their specific fields. And then you can build a strength training program around that to therefore help even make them, like you said, quicker in whatever they're doing, or quicker in whatever sport, just sort of enhancing everything in general. So there's, like you said, there's just that misconception again.
And that's why cookie cutter programs kind of fail at the end of the day, because they don't serve an actual purpose. Like, it might be weight loss or something like that, but when you look at cookie cutter programs, they're basically made just to serve the general population. And I think the intention has been totally missed with cookie cutter.
It's that baseline.
It's just baseline, but you also got to look at it from the context of it's basically the simplest program they can put together. They can serve the masses to make a buck.
It's the bare bones.
It's the bare bones. Whilst as a coach, working in different fields, we look at the aspect of the individual first before we actually design the program. So they've already designed a program, then actually it's like, oh, how can we give it to everyone? Rather than actually like, let's look at the individual first and how do we actually design the program around that. So if we've got you, Sean, you train, say you're playing footy at the moment, it's your late preseason, you got 6 weeks till your first match, all right, and you're training 2 times a week and you're doing a recovery session with footy, then we've got to make sure you get 2 strength sessions in. But how do we structure those strength sessions so they're not competing with the sessions that you're currently doing at the moment? So where do we go hard? What's the easy session and what's the hard session? How do we structure that? Or do we add in 3 sessions? So one's moderately hard, one's moderate, and one's moderately easy.
Yeah.
How do we structure that? And that takes a lot of time, a little bit of time, just more understanding individuals and their needs.
Yeah, it's almost, and that self-awareness, and again, that life balance sort of thing, just being able to identify what works best for the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So